Alright guys, there's the first bait. There's that crappie head. We'll send it down. The bluegill head on this front rod. Send it down. This last bait here, we're gonna put just a small chunk of crappie. This is a crappie body section. Getting action right here. It's on that crappie body section again. There he goes. Fish on. Fish on. There he is, man. I think that might be a little bigger than the last one now. That right there, it's a little bit bigger. Yeah, buddy. Well, look at him pull now. There he goes. Heck yeah, man. We're getting here. Sun's about to go down. The bite's about to heat up. Golly bum, he's pulling some drag now. Yeah, buddy. That's on that small body section of crappie. You know, we're in January now. I know the water temp's 50 degrees, but I still like a little bit smaller bait in the winter months. I've done really good on smaller baits and when it's cold. In the summer months, I like a big bait, and I've caught some good fish on big baits in the winter months too, but generally I like to put out a small bait. Once you get water temps down in the low 50s, especially once it gets into the 40s, it don't hurt to have a small bait out. One of my biggest fish last year, a big blue cat I caught in February. One of the biggest I've ever caught. It came on just a small section of gizzard shad. You just never know. This is a good fish right here. I ain't got my light set up yet, but I think we're gonna be okay. I think it's still light enough out here to be able to get some decent footage of it. Old steam plant fish right here, folks. Old steam plant. Oh yeah, that's a good fish, y'all. There he is, man. Good fish. On the crappie. I don't know if this fish is hooked very good or not, y'all. He's hooked right on the top of the mouth. I don't know if it's hooked very deep or not right there. I'm gonna try to land him kind of quick. I don't like doing that when they're still green. I like to kind of play them out a little bit before we bring them in, but we might lose this one if we don't get him. There, bring him in. Yeah, you can see that hook right there, right on the top, right in that bony plate. He's actually in there pretty good though. He wasn't going nowhere. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. That's what I was hoping to find out here today. Some good blues, man. And we got us one. It's parked here right on this ledge. And I wasn't sure with the clear water and a lack of current if things were going to work out for us. But we got one. 4 trips out here in the last 2 months, and I got a good fish, at least one good fish on every one of them. So it's puking up some water there. I'll tell you what, I got my board with me. Let me get it set up here just a second. We'll throw him on there and get a quick length. Yep, folks, that one right there is over 38 inches. Good fish. All right, y'all. There he is, one last look, and we're gonna let him go. Over 38 inches. There he gone. All right, well, let's bait up and do it again. I'm gonna get that light set up. So if we get any more fish here after dark, we'll be able to get good footage of it, and hopefully, you know, some more fish will move in. Like I said, in those other trips, kind of right there at right now, really, as it starts to get dark for the next couple of hours, that's when the bulk of my fish came on those trips, and so I'm a lot more optimistic now than I was a couple hours ago. All right, there's another little section of crappie. Drop it down there. Just raise it up a couple feet off the bottom. Wait on the next one to come along. Right here. Right here. There it goes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a good fish, buddy. That's on that crappie head. Oh no, he went backwards toward that anchor rope. I think he come out of it though. Goodness, man, he nailed that crappie head and swam right toward my anchor rope. This fish thumped it, but I don't think he's going to end up being as big as what I thought he was. I could be wrong though. We'll see when we get him up here. It's probably been, I don't know, 30 minutes or so since that last fish. It's completely dark now. And I just been out here just waiting, just hoping these fish are going to turn on. Yeah, it's a decent fish right there now. He's decent. I'll take fish like that anytime I can get them, man. It's one of them fun size. Let's bring this one in, why don't we? This fish, I'd say he's probably 35, 36 inches long. I'll throw him on the board here in a second. We'll take a look at him. He's fairly thick for his size. Line undone there. Let's hold him up here. Yeah, that's a pretty good fish, man. He wanted him some of that crappie head tonight, and he got it. Just got one with the hook in it. Got more than he bargained for. Well, let's set him here on the board. Yeah, y'all, that one right there, he's about 36 inches on the line there, so I was dead on the length. But that's a good fish, man. That is a solid fish. I take fish like this anytime I can get them. They're always a fun fight on the gear I use. All right, let's say goodbye. Next time, pal. And he gone. Well, let's put another crappie head on there and see if we can get another. All right, there it is, another crappie head going down. We'll send it down there and see if we can get us another. I don't know if I mentioned it in the intro. Every time I post a video using crappie for bait, I always get these idiots. They want to make ignorant comments saying, oh, crappie, you can't use that, that's illegal. Guys, I'm fishing in Tennessee. Here in the state of Tennessee, if it's caught on rod and reel and meets minimum size requirements, we can use it for bait. That's true of crappie, largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, any other sport fish. As long as it's, again, rod and reel and minimum size requirements, you can use it. So baits like this, like crappie, it's an excellent catfish bait. I use it when I get it, and like tonight, caught some big fish on it. So again, that's on that crappie head. That one swam outward. Yeah, buddy, man. The bite's definitely picked up after dark here. That's what I thought would happen. Sure enough, got proven right again. You know, with the water being crystal clear today and no current, it's tough conditions. Catch a fish like that. It was a cloudy day, so I thought, you know, that might help my cause a little bit. But the darkness is definitely, that's definitely what we needed to get these fish turned on. That's another one of them fun sizers right there. Yeah, buddy. All right. Another one on the crappie. Look at him. One there. ate that crappie head, that bluegill up there, ain't been touched, which is pretty typical. You know, if I've got other baits, if I'm using only bluegill, like I said, I'll get decent numbers of fish, but rarely get a big one. If I've got bluegill with other baits out, it's generally the other bait that's going to get hit. I know that's different for a lot of you. I get comments all the time. People swear by bluegill, how great a bait it is, and that has just not been my experience with it. I wish it was. I love catching bluegill. I try it a lot just out of convenience, but don't often work out for me. See you, buddy. There you go.